when you write, sometimes when you really get into that activation mode, that stimulation mode, you remember the places that you were when you created the verse or the song. It's impactful. You remember, it stains the memory. There are specific places I remember being in different times of writing different things. And a lot of the times I was on the train. I was on the train for writing portions of Right About Now, which is on the first album. I was on the train for writing Medium, which was on the five. I was on the train. I wrote so many things on the train, but I've also wrote things. A lot of my writing I would actually do walking around. Nowadays, I don't write. I haven't wrote with a pen. I mentioned this in earlier videos, but I haven't wrote things down in some time. I walk back and forth. If I try to sit down and concentrate on writing a verse, I'll daydream. So for me, I'll walk back and forth, and I've gotten, it's kind of like, and I can write incredibly technical verses without having to use a pen or use the phone. I'll give you an example. I was born in the UNR form, trying to connect this interconnected, omnipresent, collected, conscious, present, prominent, reflective, dominant man, infestation, invested in decimation, indefinite desecration, deprivation, destination, devastation, hurry up and die, death is waiting. You could rep a set for the reputation. I'll do a set of reps, then rest from training. Redundant rhetoric on the FM station. Useful words fall upon the definition. Pardon my perfection, I'm decorating. Penning my independent declaration. Court is in recess for resuscitation. To resume, I need some restoration as water. As you can see, highly technical verse. No pen. After a while, you just get good at it. I started rapping when I was my older brother. I had an older brother who rapped. I talked about Mad Infinite. It was the first person who I saw that I was like, oh shit, there's people not too far from the area I'm in that are better than me. That was a first. But my brother, I have an older brother, and he was rapping. So, I'll give you a little history, a little Sunset Park history. And I'm from Bay Ridge. But my father lived in Sunset Park, so I would stay there on the weekends. Now, in Sunset Park, in terms of rapping, at this point in time, from what I knew, you had some crews. You had my brother, who was the overlord. I think most notably, coming out of Sunset Park in that time, was Charlie Hustle. Now, Charlie Hustle's father used to date my mom. So Charlie and his brother would sleep at my house. My mom is like an aunt to them. So this is family for me. But Charlie was known in that area. It was R&S. They were known for rapping. I think they were probably more known than anybody, I think, at that point in time. Now, they would do street stuff. My brother, on the other hand, he was into J. Rue the Damager, Grave Diggers, all of these different things that were more pushing the envelope, more experimental, different branches of where hip-hop was going. When I first tried to construct a rap, at a very young age, I knew that gat, rap, pack, back, I knew these words rapped, so it was something like packing the gat and whatever the fuck I'm coming up with. And my brother said to me, "You're a twig, I'll snap your neck." what gat are you packing? Don't rap about shit that you're not about. Between that and between OC, who made Time's Up, and a lot of the rappers that were coming out from that time, it was ingrained in me to keep it real. I could still use these words, but I just didn't have to say that I did it. I could say, you ain't packing a gat. Like, I don't got to be like, I'm packing a gat just because I like the way that it rhymes. I could flip it. But it's very important for me to stay within these guidelines of not playing myself. These were the principles that we were coming up on in music. So, Mad Infinite was kind of looked up to my older brother, where I guess he was like maybe when he was young, he saw my brother doing it. My brother had a partner, Andre, and they were on that next level shit, and that was around the first time that I started to rhyme, and I kept doing it. I got better, and as time goes on, yes, I'm able to do it at a very high level. I don't have to put the pen to the paper, and even in my pacing back and forth wherever the hell I'm at to create, I remember locations. So I guess that these moments of creation must be very special moments, because there's a lot of things that I forget, but I can remember specific locations, you know? And yeah, so that's what I would, I've been creating like that for some time now. I think if I sit down and try to concentrate on writing, I think I'll start to daydream. That's how difficult it is. Unless maybe I'm put in a certain situation where it's like I'm in a studio, this verse got to get done, it's for a feature or something like that. Then yeah, I'll come up with it. But yeah, I find that interesting how the brain has these how these moments are just. I remember where I am, and all of these, even to this day, even when it comes to like, like these things can be from like 20, like 15 years ago, and I can remember where I was when I was creating it. I'm trying to think if I have anything else to really add to that. I think that's about it. I thought I was getting sick. Wipe this shit out. 1, 2, 3. No big deal. Yeah, it's gonna be a short one. See you guys on the next one.